The window was pried open just enough to let the autumn air slip in. A few droplets from the sprinkler outside had left streaks on the glass, but inside, the living room was undisturbed. Books neatly stacked, radio still silent. Upstairs, Evelyn's schoolbooks sat untouched on the coffee table, and on the floor near the back door, her single shoe lay turned on its side, as if abandoned mid-step. Evelyn Hartley had promised her parents she'd call at 8:30. She never did. La Crosse, Wisconsin, October 24th, 1953. Evelyn was 15, a straight-A honor student, well-liked and reliable. That Saturday night, she agreed to babysit for the daughter of one of her father's university colleagues. The parents were attending a homecoming game at the college. Evelyn arrived around 6:30 p.m. The house was small but tidy. The toddler was already asleep upstairs. The plan was simple: keep watch, study, and call home once things had settled. At 9:20, her father started to worry. He called the house. No answer. He tried again. Still nothing. By 9:30, he was at the door. He knocked. No response. The house was quiet. Too quiet. He found it locked, except for a basement window, propped open with a screen pushed aside. Inside, the furniture was in order, but Evelyn was gone. Her glasses were on the floor, bent and broken. Her school books were scattered. One shoe was in the living room. The other outside near the backyard. And smeared along the walls, leading toward the driveway, were streaks of blood. The baby upstairs was unharmed, still asleep. But Evelyn had vanished. Police were called immediately. The scene was chaotic, but quiet. Nothing had been stolen. There were no signs of forced entry beyond the pried window. Neighbors hadn't heard a thing. Then came the trail. Bloodstains were found outside the house, near the garage and driveway. A small handprint, partially smudged, was left on the side of a nearby house. Law enforcement scoured the neighborhood overnight, questioning residents, checking sheds and basements. Dozens of people joined the search. Bloodhounds traced her scent briefly, but lost it in the street, suggesting she'd been taken by car. And then came the stories. Several people reported seeing a man trying to drag a young girl that night, resisting and screaming. One woman described a car circling the block multiple times. Another saw a man walking quickly through backyards near the Hartley home. A student said he nearly hit a girl matching Evelyn's description running into the street, but she vanished before he could turn around. The suspect list grew. Dozens questioned, vehicles examined, tires compared. No one matched. Days passed, then weeks. A man came forward claiming he'd been hitchhiking that night and had been picked up by someone with blood on the back seat. Another claimed he'd seen a girl matching Evelyn's description in a car driving erratically past his farm. Her face, pale and pressed to the window. Nothing stuck, no body, no confession, no trace. The town held its breath. Hundreds joined the search, walking cornfields, dredging creeks, turning over every log and leaf in the county. The FBI joined the case. Dogs, helicopters, national headlines. Still, nothing. In the years that followed, tips continued to trickle in. Most led nowhere. Some hinted at local involvement. Others tied the case to known serial offenders, though none could be proven. One disturbing letter, allegedly from a dying inmate, claimed Evelyn had been kidnapped and buried in a rural cellar. Authorities dug. The basement was empty. By the time the decade closed, the trail had gone cold. Her parents never gave up. Each year they posted notices, asked for information, and followed every new tip. Evelyn's room was left untouched. Her schoolbooks, awards, and favorite records remained exactly where she'd left them. No one was ever arrested. No body was ever found. To this day, Evelyn Hartley's disappearance remains one of the most haunting and confounding mysteries in Midwestern history, a case where every clue seemed clear, every trail pointed somewhere, but no answer ever came. She vanished in the space between one phone call and another, and was never heard from again. Thank you for listening to The Lantern's Tale. If you enjoyed this true story, join us next time, if you dare.